Hey, what's going on, Guardians? TBL here, and today we got some really interesting insight into the exotic catalysts that are available for the exotic weapons in Destiny 2. In this video, we're going to be going through every exotic catalyst and covering every exotic weapon, masterwork, perk, and stat buff in the game, at least in the game right now. Now, this information comes to us from the database website light.gg, which cataloged every exotic weapon catalyst along with the perk bonuses you'll be getting once you fully earn that masterwork and the stat changes you'll be seeing on that weapon. And we're going to be going through all of those right here. Now, of course, the exotic catalyst system was added in during Warmind. And a catalyst is, of course, the method for which you unlock the full masterwork for an exotic weapon. Now, these catalysts work in kind of an interesting way. You'll have to get them as a random drop for weapons that you already own, so you won't be able to get an exotic catalyst for an exotic weapon that you haven't acquired yet. And you don't need to be actively utilizing the weapon for a catalyst to drop either. The only requirement is that you've already acquired it at least once before. And of course, while in the future, every exotic weapon will have its own masterwork and catalyst tied to it, not all of them are available right now. But thanks to the insights of this database, we can see a bunch of the exotic masterwork, perks, and stat changes that are coming to some of your favorite weapons. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. Now, of course, when you get an exotic catalyst to drop, you can upgrade your exotic weapon with that catalyst, and it'll give you a vague hint as to what you'll need to do in order to unlock the full masterwork. Some of them have you going out and defeating enemies in heroic strikes, some of them have you doing PvP. These will vary from weapon to weapon, but they can be inspected once you've picked up the catalyst for each gun. And once you've completed those objectives, the masterwork itself can be activated, which gives you the extra abilities. Alright, first up we've got the ACRIUS catalyst. Of course, as with other masterworks, this weapon will generate orbs on multi-kills, and when upgraded to a masterwork, these weapons will receive additional bonuses and display the number of enemies defeated by using it. For the stat changes, the Legend of ACRIUS is going to be getting a reload speed buff of plus 40. Now you also see a hidden stat there, weapon size. I do believe that correlates directly to the magazine size of the weapon, which of course ties right into the perk that ACRIUS gets, Deeper Pockets, increasing its ammo reserves. So with the ACRIUS, basically you're getting a much faster reload plus bonus rounds in reserve. Given how powerful ACRIUS already is, your biggest complaint is when you run out of ammo with it and how long it takes to reload those two shots. So both of those problems are being solved when you unlock the exotic masterwork for it. Not too bad at all. Next up, we've got the Borealis catalyst, and this one simply gets plus 20 to its reload speed. Given Borealis has already gotten a pretty big buff within patch 1.2.0, I'm not too salty that it's only really getting a reload speed buff. After all, the faster you can get rounds back into the magazine, the more damage uptime you're going to be getting with it. After that, we've got the Cold Heart. This one is getting a double stat boost in plus 20 stability and plus 20 reload speed. Cold Heart already has a lot of utility against PvE bosses with its ramping damage, but of course trace rifles can be a little bit difficult to control, so that plus 20 stability is definitely going to be appreciated. After that, we've got the Colony. This is going to be seeing a magazine size increase of 10, which is tied directly to the perk Deeper Pockets, increasing this weapon's ammo reserves. That's actually really interesting. I already felt like the Colony has a really great amount of ammo in reserve. You get plenty of shots with that thing, but it looks like it's going to be getting even more. Have fun with that in PvP. Next up, we've got the Crimson, which is getting a range increase of plus 20. This is a change that already mixes in with a bunch of the other buffs that Crimson got as part of 1.2.0. Next up, we've got the Darcy. This is getting a stability increase of plus 20 once you fully unlock the masterwork. Darcy, of course, being another exotic that got a massive boost in 1.2.0. It's the one where if you lock onto enemies in PvE, it gets like a 4 times damage increase that will scale differently based on what your light level is versus the power level of the enemy that you're fighting. But overall, extra stability is always appreciated on snipers. Next up, we've got the Fighting Lion. This is getting a reload speed boost of plus 30, plus the new Chimera perk. After this weapon fires, equipped kinetic and power weapons gain a brief period of increased handling and precision damage. Now, this is actually really cool. Fighting Lion has already gotten a bunch of other buffs that make it really consistent with its ability to deal damage, be a way for you to kind of pop shields on enemies and then get some quick hits in with a weapon swap, and a way to get your energy weapon ammo back upon landing kills. It looks like they're kind of taking that sort of niche of hitting enemies with Fighting Lion and then swapping to something else and exemplifying it by giving you bonus precision damage on both power weapons and your kinetics. Not too bad at all. I get the feeling Cammy Cakes will be pretty happy with that one. After that, we've got the GRAVITON Lance. This is getting a range boost of plus 20, as well as the perk Hidden Hand, which is going to give it that plus 15 extra points to its aim assist. This is, of course, an old favorite from Destiny 1 that I don't think we had seen thus far as a perk in D2. GRAVITON Lance is also one of the weapons that got some big changes in 1.2.0. I hear it's performing really well in Crucible, and this extra range and aim assist is definitely going to make it feel even crispier. Next up, we've got the Hard Light Catalyst. This is going to be granting the gun an extra 25 stability. Following that, we've got the Huckleberry, the new submachine gun. This is going to be getting the perk Ambitious Assassin, where it overflows the magazine based on the number of rapid kills before reloading. And if you know the base perks for the Huckleberry, you know it's all about getting up close and personal, holding down that trigger, and getting melee kills intermittently as you're burning down enemies with the SMG. So, Ambitious Assassin should fit in just fine. Out of that, we've got the Jade Rabbit. This is getting a stability boost of plus 30, very helpful for a high-impact scout rifle like that. Then, we've got the Merciless Exotic Fusion Rifle. This is getting a range boost of plus 40 as well as a stability boost of plus 40. After that, we've got the Mida Multitool, which is actually seeing a very interesting buff. It's getting the perk Outlaw. Mida's already a really strong performing weapon regardless of what game mode you're using it in. And it even already has a really great base reload speed that's now going to be getting even faster when you're landing those precision hits. Very strong change indeed. Next up, we've got the Polaris Lance Exotic Scout Rifle. This is going to be getting the Dragonfly perk. This is actually a perfect perk for this weapon, and I was surprised when I noticed that it didn't initially come on it. The Polaris Lance already has the perfect 5th ability, where precision hits will return ammo to the magazine, and landing 4 precision hits loads a delayed solar explosive round for your next shot. You're already incentivized to land precision shots, and adding Dragonfly, which gives you that guaranteed explosion whenever you get a precision kill, mixed in with the perfect 5th's already great 5th explosion ability, this is just a great way to already build on the system that you're trying to incorporate with the Polaris Lance. Next up, we've got the Prometheus Lens. This is going to be getting plus 20 to stability and plus 20 to handling. The lens definitely has a tendency to kick a bit, so that extra stability is going to be very much appreciated. And when you mix that in with the buffs that it got to its damage output, plus the higher magazine size of 100 that it's got now, this was already performing pretty well in 1.2.0's PvE environment. This Masterwork is going to make it even better. Next, we've got the Prospector. This gun's getting plus 40 added to its blast radius, and it's getting the perk Deeper Pockets, which increases its overall magazine size. After that, we've got some interesting changes coming to the Rat King. With this catalyst, the Rat King gets the new unique perk Infestation, which improves your overall aim assist and recoil direction, and refreshes health on vermin invisibility triggers. So you're going to be getting plus 20 to your aim assist, plus 20 to your recoil direction, and you'll be getting a health refresh whenever you utilize the Rat King's ability to turn you invisible. After that, we've got the Risk Runner. This one's pretty simple. It's just getting plus 30 to its range. This was already a pretty dangerous SMG that got way more dangerous with 1.2.0 in PvP. That plus 30 to range is definitely going to be a difference maker in quite a few encounters. After that, we've got the Skyburner Catalyst. This is granting that weapon plus 30 to its range. A very modest change. And then that's followed up by the Sleeper Simulant Catalyst. This is getting accelerated coils to speed up the weapon charge, adding plus 75 to its overall charge time. Now, I haven't gotten Sleeper yet, but if it charges as slowly as it did back in D1, I think accelerated coils will be very much appreciated, although I'm not sure if accelerated coils is going to perform kind of like it did in D1 and lower the Sleeper Simulant's overall impact level. We'll just have to see. Next up, we've got the Sturm. This is going to be getting plus 20 added to its range and plus 40 added to its handling, hopefully allowing you to land those crispy 2-taps a little bit easier. After that, we've got the changes coming with the Sunshot Catalyst. This grants it plus 30 to range and plus 20 to stability. Next up is the SUROS regime. This is going to be getting the new perk SUROS Ascendance. This is going to increase your chance for kills with this weapon to regen your health. And additionally, the SUROS regime is also getting plus 50 added to its recoil direction. Now, that's super interesting considering I do believe the base recoil direction for the SUROS regime is already 50. Does that mean that recoil direction is going to be sitting at 100? Is it going to be perfectly vertical and easy to control? Could mix pretty well with the spinning up perk. Out of that, we've got Sweet Business. This is getting the perk Serious Business. When this weapon is fully spun up, the flinch from incoming damage is greatly reduced, meaning you'll be able to stay locked on target, burning down anything and everything in sight a lot easier once you've earned this Masterwork. Out of that, we've got the Telesto. This is getting the perk Deeper Pockets to increase the magazine size, giving you more, of course, of those wonderful little void shots to spread everywhere. Then, for the Tractor Cannon, it's also getting Deeper Pockets for that increased ammo reserve. I've had a chance to play with the newly buffed Tractor Cannon, and I've got to say, it feels really good to put that damage buff on targets and then just watch them burn down with Void Light. Next up, we've got the Vigilance Wing, and this, of course, is getting the full auto trigger system, turning the Vigilance Wing into a fully automatic weapon. No more need for burst firing. Gonna be very interesting to see how that's handled in PvP. Next up, we've got the Wardcliff Coil, which is going to be getting the perk Pinpoint Guidance Module, which grants it improved tracking on projectiles. And finally, we've got the World Line 0. This is getting the perk Another Dimension, which reduces the activation time of Tesseract, meaning you won't need to sprint quite as long before you can activate the spin to win. And that is pretty much it. Those are all of the catalysts that are available in the database for right now. Now, it's important to note that, again, not all of these are available in the game. You're not going to be able to earn all of these right now on some weapons. But this is a nice little look at how some of these exotics will change once you've completed the challenges that are tied to the catalyst and fully earned the Masterworks for these exotics. We'll try to keep you updated as all that stuff kind of changes and they add additional Masterworks to the game and unlock some of the ones for the exotics that currently don't have them. But I think this is a pretty good look at the way some of these weapons will be changing, and I gotta say, a lot of these changes sound pretty cool. I like that some weapons are getting new unique perks, some weapons are getting perks that have maybe been in the game before, but improve them in certain ways, like Mida Multi-Tool getting Outlaw is just ridiculous. It's already such a speedy gun. Having Outlaw on it's gonna make it even better. And of course, in our upcoming videos, we'll be covering how exactly you can unlock each and every Masterwork for each and every exotic in the game. But alright, it's going to be it for this one. Which is your favorite exotic catalyst change? Be sure to let us know down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all the latest Destiny 2 news. But alright, that's it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.